All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lovers of freedom. You're welcome to Let's Talk TV once again. Yes, your only YouTube platform where you get the updated news and information on everything Biafra. Please subscribe to this channel if you've not yet subscribed, and make sure you turn on your notifications so that you can get notified whenever we drop our spanking news. Now, the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa dropped a laughable but serious update. This morning I saw it this morning, and the first thing that came to my mind was, does it mean that the Nigerian government don't have another way of doing things? Does it mean that because I believe if I keep on trying something, it doesn't work out that same way. If truly I must make that thing work out, for example, then I have to try other ways. But this so-called contraption called Zoological Republic of Nigeria that we know, they keep on trying things despite the fact that it doesn't work. They keep on using that same pattern. The funniest thing is that Nigeria have failed to understand the person called the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko. They don't know that man. And that is just the reality. So, the whole thing can make a film. Oh, is he a human being? Oh no, is he a spirit? They are still confused about him. And that is why, you cannot go around what you don't know. It's just the truth. The update from the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is that they sent a suicide bomber. The whole facts, the whole evidences, are cleared. They are always marveled when, before they make a move, Simon Ekpa comes out and expose them and tell them the exact thing with evidences. Go and check anybody or any information that the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has brought out to the public. Go and confirm it. You see the accuracy in that information. So they sent a suicide bomber. Remember, this is not the first time. They've sent the first time I think they sent a sniper. They've done it the first time. They've done it the second time. They've done it the third time. It didn't work. I think this is the fourth or fifth time they are trying. The fifth time they are trying. At least the ones we know, the ones we've seen. And yet they don't want to give up. You can't bring a man that that is bigger than you down. It's just like Nigeria now going to fight America or going to fight Russia. It is not possible. They will collect woto. That is how I'm seeing the whole thing of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. He's bigger than them. He's bigger than all of them. And that is why they can't fall him. Nigeria felt it was all about Mazadam Dekano. Oh, in the story of... I don't want to use this, but I want you to understand, in the story of Jesus Christ, there was a John the Baptist, who was the forerunner of Jesus, who spoke about him. I'm seeing something clear, something close to that in the story of Mazanam Dekano and Simon Ekpa. They felt it was all about Nnamdi Kanu, but they've seen something that is bigger than them. They've seen a bigger thing. a bigger thing that has brought them down. I want you to listen to this, this information by Pastor Van Van Vam. Yes, the one and only Pastor Van Van Vam, where he was able to clarify and analyze this whole issue. Please listen and make sure you share, this video to as many groups and platforms as possible.
Soup whereby they will become a meal, or whereby they will ruin themselves. Up till now. That's why the Father, you see that we are very, very close to the finish line, arriving close to the shores of Biafra, spearheaded by the ruggedest of them all, spearheaded by the undisputed Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government, Man Simon Ekpa. Yet, you will still conspire and join some people that still believe they can stop him. 4 steps to Biafra. 3 are already in the pockets. 1 more to go. 4 steps to Biafra. 3 in the cushion. 1 more to go. And yet, some Efulefu are still boarding a flight on their way to finish their lives in Finland. You don't ask yourself, how are they? The Prime Minister have always told you that he has a crystal ball where he's seen all of you and all your movement every step of the way. Breaking news. Nigerian terrorist state sending suicide bombers to Finland to attack Simon Ekpa as their last option. Somebody said their last option. As their last option. And they just departed from Abuja. Some of them, maybe as they just come out from Abuja and they got this news, they'll say, hey, Keko Siama. That's the way sometimes when they will tell Hope, I know where you are here, you are there. Hope, hey, Keko Siama. He got to a point, even Tinubu himself, the Mbechile, will say, I don't want to mention his name, oh, he will finish me. I beg, I can't, I don't want to go there. As their last option, and they just departed from Abuja airport. This is just to inform them that we are monitoring them even from the time they dropped them at the Abuja airport to their next destination. We are waiting for you, terrorists, at the port of entry. Their Finland contacts knows already he is in a pot of soup. Then you cannot determine which type of soup he is inside. Definitely, it is not that kind of soup they cook in Nigeria. This kind of soup is a soup you can't escape because it is a land of justice. It's already in a pot of soup. We will never forgive. I remain the end of the terrorist state of Nigeria. This is your 5th attempt. Attempt 1, you failed. Attempt 2, you failed. 3, you failed. 4, you failed. You are trying for the 5th time. Hey! And the funny thing is that it is not the same people you sent number 1, you are sending number 2. Number 1 failed, you distract them. Number 2 failed, you get new one. Number 3 failed, you get new ones. Number 4 failed. And this time around, whoever told you you will succeed? Sabontike. You are now sending terrorists to Europe. If you know this man called Simon Ekpa Wanjoko, you will stop sleeping. Let me leave it here. It is not yet time for that. The Grandmaster, the sea can never dry. Freedom or bye. This is their itinerary. You see the itinerary? Departed on time. This is their flight number, Lufthansa. This is their, as they land, Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. That's the flight that they're going to depart with from Abuja. Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport, flight departure times. That was yesterday. Stop trying already. Stop trying already. Give up and face your life. Go and join protests. or you go and join Tinubu and protest against protests. And save yourself all this stress. Thank you for joining me, Muchineke. And I see that the house is already full. It's a full house already this morning. It's a full house already this morning. Before we go into the subject matter, which is the 4 steps, as we analyze it, as Chuko Kabiama gives us the enablement, I greet you all. Now let's get there very, very quickly. You know, there is a video I saw. I saw this video, and it was coming from a very brilliant young girl, a lawyer she is. She was, you know, the video has branches, but I was able to just pick one. Let me bring that one that I picked from that video, and when I play it, after that, I will get to my subject for today. You know, that's, I would have made that a topic, but I never have time to do all that. But let me see if this one will be able to awaken some consciousness of some people, because I don't know if it is true, and this is the genuine truth about Nigeria, and some people that are not even in any agitation are already aware of this truth. What is wrong with some people? Because this is common knowledge about Nigeria, and if everyone in that zoo are aware of this truth that this little young girl is saying, you will not bother to be protesting for end governance. You will end Nigeria once and for all, because that is just the problem, to end that contraption. End it, because if you don't end it, the cycle will continue. The evil and ungodly cycle will continue. Now, let me bring it very quickly so that we'll get it over with. Yeah, I'm sure you may have seen it. It's some short videos, but I just picked this one. Let's listen to this brilliant girl.
In the light of this protest that's going on, there's something I want us to remember. Our leaders are not our problem. Our leaders are our problem. And the thing is that in this Nigeria, many of us are not even aware to this fact. And I feel like unless we become aware, we will not really know what we are fighting against.
Unless we become aware, you will not know what you are fighting against. This is the awareness that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to. This is the awareness that our Prime Minister have come to. This is the awareness that made them give up completely on anything called Nigeria. And if this is common knowledge, and everybody should be aware, no one will ever mention Nigeria in his mouth. Already we will end it and move forward with our lives. Because every effort you are making to sustain it, you continue to end your lives, and you continue to, you know, flourish the business of others. What is that common knowledge? Let's allow her to say it. I don't want to take word out of her mouth.
There's something I want us to remember. Our leaders are not our problem. Our leaders are our problem. And the thing is that in this Nigeria, many of us are not even aware to this fact. And I feel like unless we become aware, we will not really know what we are fighting against. See, this country is in oppression because our leaders are puppets. Now, who are the puppets to? They are puppets to the people that created this country.
Okay.
I always tell people, if the white men never came, there would be no Nigeria. Think about the history of Nigeria.
If the white men never came, there would have never been Nigeria. So if you are not aware of this fact, that there was no Nigeria until the white men came, and if they did not come, there would never have been Nigeria. That means if they never came, would you not have been existing? Was it because they came and created Nigeria that you came into existence? No. You were already in God's project, not as a Nigerian, but as who you are, your own country, your own origin. I am a Biafran. You may be Arawa, you may be Yoruba, you may be your ethnic group, your indigenous group, your tribe, your origination. You were not Nigerian. This is common knowledge. But yet, some people went to school, they read, and they come and they are fighting and defending Nigeria. I will see Kenneth Okonkwo come on Channel TV, speak all the English, talk about all the laws, declare all the whole things. You will go to the comment section. People will be saying, hey, this man went to school. Oh, Kenneth Okonkwo is the best. You look at the English. He understands this thing very well. He go back and forth, talking about the what do you call it? The Constitution and everything he knows. But yet, all those things are all fallacy because there was nothing like Nigeria. And you are defending it. You are fighting for it. You are speaking English over it. Something that shouldn't have been. No matter the school you went to, this is also a lawyer. If you do not come to this particular conclusion, if you like BU Michael Zokeme, BUSAN, this common knowledge that you should have known to have stopped institutionalizing criminality, the foundation that have destroyed us, and you continue to braggadoce with your English and everything, you are nothing but bunkum. A small Peking that have understood it and rejected it is more knowledgeable than you, no matter your English and grammar. Listen to her again.
Who are the puppets to? They are puppets to the people that created this country. I always tell people, if the white men never came, there would be no Nigeria. Think about the history of Nigeria. From the amalgamation of the Northern and Southern Protectorates by Lord Lugard, then they named this place Nigeria. This Nigeria was originally meant to be a business. That is why we don't prosper, because originally this was meant to be a business.
That is why we don't prosper, because originally this was meant to be a business, and it is not your business. It is somebody else's business, and you are institutionalizing that business. You are encouraging that business. You are fostering that business. That is why you, as an individual, you cannot prosper, because you are helping another person's business. Encourage your own business. Your own business is Biafra. Your own business is Oduduwa. Your own business is Arewa. Nigeria is another person's business. End it now. End it now. Now.
The amalgamation of the Northern and Southern Protectorates by Lord Lugard, then they named this place Nigeria. This Nigeria was originally meant to be a business. That is why we don't prosper, because originally this was meant to be a business, a money-raising enterprise, before they now converted it to a country and then merged all the tribes together and gave it a name called Nigeria and then appointed leaders. So if we lose sight of this information, we forget. That's why our presidents and our governors can't do anything, because they are not even, our president self is not even the one in power. And the way the colonial masters did it, they manipulated it in such a way that you don't have anybody to meet. Like this, we are going out to the streets now to protest. We are going to call on the president, Tinubu. But you don't actually know that Tinubu is somebody's boy. He's answering to somebody. And that person, those people are the actual people that we need to fight. And I'm not saying that we should not hold our leaders accountable. We should. But you should know that on top of that, our leader, there is another leader that is even dictating what they will do. That's why this country is not a democracy. It is not, like, anybody that thinks that we're in a democracy is blind. This is not a democracy. Okay,
Thank you.
For instance, a place in Zamfara, right? Today, I saw a TikTok of a girl.
Thank you. All right. So that was, by the way, you can now see. Let me see the comment of our brother here, which I always value. But some of our MK have preached, PM have preached, you have preached. The messages are penetrating, and awakening has started. Don't worry, my brother. Now Gen Z go begin to teach these elders. I love that. Now, let me quickly bring to you, before my time will fail me, these 4 steps. The 4 steps, and as our Prime Minister declared it, to remind people, it's not as if he's declaring the 4 steps now. He's just reminding them of the 4 steps. He's reminding them, and then the thing is going viral. Going viral, viriously viral. All the whole news, from Nigeria to every tabloid, are already taking it as if it was today. It was not today, but let us read it as they are reporting it, and then we'll go to the nitty-gritties of that particular 4 steps. Okay, now you see Daily Post reported it. I hope you guys are seeing it. Beautiful, beautiful. You are seeing it. Daily Post reported it. Biafra Ekpa boasts of 4 steps to independence. Remember, all while he was doing his analysis and the program, he was telling them, this is not a prophecy, it is a plan. Everything I'm doing is all planned. And every plan from step to step is being actualized. Now, Daily Post reported it. They said, Biafra Ekpa boasts of 4 steps to independence. Authority News, whatever this one is called, Ekpa led Biafra government lists 4 steps to Biafra independence. This is another press from another news station. Now, okay, another one. Let's continue. Another one here reported again. National News. Ekpa led Biafra government lists 4 steps to Biafra independence. Now, they keep reporting it, and it is to the glory of heaven. And our Prime Minister took them back. This our Prime Minister is so savage. He took them back to this particular non-entity that continues to disgrace himself those days. You remember this guy? And let me play it. Let me play it. Sent to Ozala. They will not. Let me play it.
To go and protect
yes.
our land.
I just asked you a simple question. People who come to me and they tell me, Chidi, stop attacking Simon Ekpa, because Simon Ekpa is the one who is actually raising money and funding ESN. That if not for the ESN that Simon Ekpa sent to Ozala, they will not be coming Ozala. If not for the ESN that Simon sent to Okigwe, there will not be peace in Okigwe. If not for the funding of ESN that was done and ESN that Simon and Autopilot was funding, they went to a Hamufu, that there will not be peace. Are they correct or are they not correct?
Now, they are correct. Let me tell you the truth, they are correct. But I'm telling you...
You are disappointed. You are disappointed.
Simon, Raphael, you know...
Okay, now our professor reminded them of these people that claim to have gone to school. This one even ran for political office, and at the end of the day, all he came out to do was to fight this project of restoring his own freedom. And then when he asked this question, somebody told him that everything they said is correct, and he was disappointed. And now it continues. The Nigerian News Fair also reported it again. Ekpa led Biafra government list 4 steps. They continue to report it. Now, this one, let me dodge this one. I may come back to it. And then this was when we took this record in this speech of our Prime Minister in our liaison office in Finland. Time will fail me to play it. I just want to get to that particular post from the PM. Ekpa led, this one is another post from another news house. Ekpa led Biafra government lists 4 steps to Biafra independence. They continue to report it. And now here is a post the Prime Minister just made to remind the world of the steps he has taken and how far it has led, and the ones that are already in the pocket and the one that is remaining that must be accomplished. Now, these are the steps. I'm going to read them one after the other. Our Prime Minister wrote, here is Simon Ekpa and Biafra government's 4 steps to Biafra. Step 1, I hope this thing is being displayed on my screen. Of course, yes. Thank you very much. Step 1, my first assignment has been accomplished. So you can see. So he's just reminding them of all these steps. The first assignment has been accomplished. And what is that assignment? Which is making the kidnapping and selling of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to backfire and become useless, both to the sellers and buyers. The both parties are now on the run. That idiot in Canada that was, being disappointed because somebody told him that Simon Ekpa is the reason why there is peace in Ehamafu, is the reason why there is peace in Biafra land, is the reason why Biafrans are sitting at home to make sure that the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu becomes cash and carry. They asked, he said, is that the truth? The man said, yes, it is truth. Chidi Nwanyanwu was disappointed. Instead of coming to the reality to know that, to tell the world that, yes, it is true. Really, Simon Ekpa made it, useless for the Nigerians. Kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have become the worst mistake they ever made because it is now choking them. Now, burn the terrorist state down for the sake of humanity. He was saying here, the Prime Minister was saying. Then step number 2, my second assignment is to declare Biafra from exile and defend it in the homeland. These have been done 60%. So if he is in Finland and have been able to declare Biafra from exile and to defend it, and of which he has not already gotten to the December 2nd where the proper declaration will be made, but 60% have already been achieved. And he is already defending the homeland already with the Biafran Liberation Army fully on ground, representing our national guide and our national army. Everything is working, and you can attest to it. It is not go and verify. The evidence is everywhere. The zoo are crying. The National Assembly are frustrated, and they have concluded that, yes, this man is the real governor of the Southeast, as they call it. But he told them, I am not the real governor of the Southeast. I am the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government. Step number 3, my third assignment is to work for the recognition of Biafra as an independent state. This also has been done 50%. Even in America, on the corridors of power, they have recognized us already as an independent state. People are now addressing us as a nation. People are now calling us. Our Prime Minister has been invited in different places, but places he cannot even go now because the real deal is yet to be dished out. 50% already in our recognition worldwide. Step number 4, my fourth assignment, which this one is very, very important, and you need to listen to this. My fourth assignment is rebuild, reconciliation, reintegration of lost Biafrans. This one is loading. This one is the one that is loading. One left. All of you, all you Chidi, all you DOS Nigeria, all you politicians that have lost their legitimacy because we have given all of you vote of no confidence, every one of you, is it not yet time for you to throw in the towel on Nigeria, knowing fully well that there is no forward, there is no backward for you in Nigeria? The only thing you see when you look ahead of you is Biafra. The only thing you see when you look by your side is Biafra. The only thing you see when you look by your right side is Biafra. If you look behind you, the walls are covering you in Biafra. There is no hope for Nigeria. Nigeria is gone. Nigeria is forgotten. Nigeria has been rejected, especially as far as it concerns Biafra land. There is no sign of Nigeria. And right now, we are activating the force of making sure that anything that represents Nigeria, even an iota, an atom of anything that represents Nigeria in Biafra land, will be taken care of and will be cleaned up, because Biafra land belongs to Biafra. And Nigerians, if Nigerians already in Nigeria have rejected Nigeria, burning their flags, carrying AK-47 on the street, individuals, so citizens, so carrying AK-47 and firing and waving Russian flag in the territory of Nigeria, does that not tell you that there is no hope and there is no going back for Nigeria? And yet, you call yourself senator, you call yourself Dave Umahi, you are working for Tinubu, you are fighting P2B, you are fighting this one, you want to represent Tinubu because of your stomach. I'm telling you, what are you going to eat inside that stomach? All the ones you have been eating, it never suffocates you, you never tire. Do you want to eat? But you want to eat that you cannot right now throw in the towel and save yourself. If you people are wise, you will advise yourself. Look at what has happened to Ifeanyi Ubah. Ifeanyi Ubah was a young man, full of life. I'm telling you, before Ifeanyi Ubah went to the UK, he was so full of life. A young man that had an encounter with him by the name Very Dark Man, before he left, he said that before before Ifeanyi Ubah went to the UK, he saw him when he was buying all the clothes and the things he will use in UK that amounted to all over 30 million in Naira. The things he will buy, the things he will enjoy in UK before he left. So he was a man that was full of life and wanted to go and enjoy himself. And that was the last story. That was the last story. The next thing we hear is that 6 feet